Allen Eagle Escadrille, known as the biggest band in the land, loved and appreciated by their school and the community. Before you can be here, first, you have to start here. The Ford Middle School Band, one of the 3 outstanding middle school band programs in Allen ISD. While we all eventually end up as Eagles and members of the Escadrille, here at Ford, we make sure that we work hard but have fun while working. But before you can even be a part of this group, you have one first step to take. You have to start here, or a place very much like it, in one of our 6th grade beginner bands.
Hi, I'm Mr. Weekman.
And I'm Mrs. Brooks.
We're so excited you're thinking of possibly joining the band at Ford. In this video, you're going to get a chance to see a demonstration of each instrument that we offer in the Ford Middle School Band.
The first instrument you will see is the flute. Despite being made out of metal, the flute is actually considered a woodwind instrument. Sound is produced by blowing across a hole on the top or head joint of the flute, and the pitches are changed by moving one of the 16 different keys. Here are the Ford Honor Band flutes playing the theme from SpongeBob SquarePants.
And 1, 2, 1.
The next instrument we'll hear from is the clarinet. The clarinet is also a woodwind instrument, and it is actually made out of wood. It has many different tone holes, and sound is produced by blowing across a tiny strip of wood called a reed. Here are the Ford Honor Band clarinets playing the theme from The Pink Panther.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The next woodwind instrument you will hear from is the oboe. It looks like a skinnier version of the clarinet, but it has a very unique sound. Sound is made on the oboe by blowing across 2 pieces of wood that are strapped together, also known as a double reed. Here is one of the Ford Middle School oboe players playing the Snake Charmer song. The next woodwind instrument is another double reed instrument like the oboe, but it is much longer. This is the lowest sounding woodwind instrument that you can learn in the band. This is called the bassoon. Here are Ford Honor Band bassoons playing the theme from Mario.
1, 2, ready, go.
The final woodwind instrument we're going to see is not actually made of wood. Just like the flute, the saxophone is made from metal. However, just like a clarinet, there is a thin strip of wood on the mouthpiece called a reed. Players make a sound by blowing across the reed, just like clarinet, but this instrument has a much more unique sound. It also comes in various sizes, from the large baritone saxophone to the smaller alto saxophone. Here are the Ford Honor Band saxophones playing the theme from The Simpsons.
1, 2, ready, go.
We will begin listening to brass instruments with the trumpet. All brass instruments, including the trumpet, have sounds made on them by a player vibrating their lips into a cup-shaped mouthpiece. The trumpet has the smallest mouthpiece and therefore the highest sound. Here are the Honor Band trumpets playing the theme from Rocky.
1, 2, ready, go.
The next brass instrument is the trombone. Unlike any instrument we've seen thus far, the trombone is recognizable because of its long slide. Instead of pushing buttons, trombones just simply move their slide up and down to the correct position in order to play different notes. Here are the honor band trombones playing When the Saints Go Marching In.
1, 2.
The next brass instrument is the French horn. The French horn is very unique in its shape, as it looks like a giant curl of tubes. It also serves a very unique purpose within the band, as it can play high notes, middle notes, and low notes. This allows French horn players to be used in many different ways. Here are the honor band French horns playing the theme from Pirates of the Caribbean.
1, 2, 1.
The next brass instrument is the most misidentified brass instrument in the entire band. It looks very similar to its larger cousin, the tuba, but this is actually the euphonium. The euphonium plays a role as one of the low brass voices within the band, but it also has the chance to play a lot of different solo lines in various music. Here is a Ford Middle School euphonium player playing the theme from Iron Man.
1, 2, ready.
The last brass instrument you will see in this video is the tuba. It is the largest instrument in the entire band, and it also plays some of the lowest notes. It serves as the bass voice within the band. Just because it's the bass voice does not mean it always plays bass line music, though. Here are some Ford Middle School tuba players playing the Imperial March, or Darth Vader's theme.
1, 2, ready, go.
The last instrument that it is possible to play in the bands here in Allen ISD and at Ford Middle School is not actually a single instrument, but a group of instruments. Partway through the school year, 6th grade beginner band students will have the chance to switch over to many different instruments, which we will talk about in a second. But this group is called the percussion. Percussion includes snare drum, bass drum, keyboards, marimba, xylophone, tambourine, triangle, cymbals, anything that you can hit with a stick. Players will eventually learn how to cover all of these instruments. Here's a selection played on many different percussion instruments by the Ford Middle School Honor Band Percussion section.
1, 2, ready.
You just saw a video about the instruments in the band. When you join 6th grade band, you do not have to have prior knowledge on an instrument to join us.
That's right, we teach you from the beginning. And we actually only start everybody on flute, clarinet, trumpet, and trombone, but we do offer the opportunity to switch over to any of the other instruments right about Thanksgiving. If you have any more questions about this or anything in relation to band, please consult the frequently asked questions page that comes from your music teacher. If you sign up for band, make sure you fill out the form, and we'll see you in March when you come over to Ford to try out any instruments you might be interested in.
See you in March.
You have to be a member of the beginner band in order to be a part of the Ford band. You have to be a part of the Ford band before you can become a part of the Allen High School Escadrille.